What's up, guys? Quick video driving home on a Sunday. Slow week. This is the first week I've not cracked $1,000 in earnings since August, I think. Nothing. No fault of my own. It was just a slow week in the market. I drove this morning, and it was painfully slow. I think I got 4 trips today for maybe 5 for like $40, maybe. Yeah. So it happens. Don't know what to tell you. This is just gonna be like a quick story time. I remembered a few more awful pool stories, and then one story you guys are probably gonna enjoy, which I think is pretty funny. I am driving right now, so don't snitch on me for doing something I shouldn't be doing. How's my beard looking, by the way? Good. So, couple pool stories for you. I remember one Saturday night. This was maybe like a week after, or a week, or like within the same month of when pools were automatically added, when we weren't like manually hitting the button to pick people up anymore. And I remember it was a Saturday night, and I was in the Lincoln Park area, or not Lincoln Park. Yeah, I was kind of by DePaul, right? And I got a pull request. I picked up like a young girl who was like maybe like 21, 22, and then the guy who was about the same age, but they didn't know each other. And this was a super short trip for everyone involved. It was maybe 6 minutes to do 4 drop-offs, pickups and drop-offs, and that's including 1 cancellation. I remember I picked up the first 2 people and then went to Lincoln Avenue, and this was like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. So anyone's not familiar with the city knows that stretch of road is very busy there, kind of like Lincoln and what street is that? Maybe Webster. And I got like 2 pull requests in a row. As I'm going to pick up the first one, the young guy, he's in the back seat. He's just like, he's like, you could tell he's just pissed off. He's not feeling it. The girl gets in the car. She gets in the front seat. Get another request. So this would be 4 people in the car. Maybe like a block away, and the entire time the same guy's just like, he's just like. He was in a rush. So why the fuck did you pick a pool? And so then that person didn't get in the car, so I collected the cancellation fee after like 2 minutes. Dropped off like 2 people, and then he was the last one in the car. Got another request. Same thing. He literally, I can literally hear him just like steaming in the back seat, and like. Just kind of every time he heard the notification, he would just be like, you know, and I'm like, so this, and literally no joke, this was a 5 or 6 minute trip with all the pickups and the cancellation. So this guy was in a fucking rush because he lost 3 or 4 minutes total. So yeah, fuck that guy. Another one, I have a story similar to that. It was a Saturday. There was really bad traffic around noon. Picked up 2 girls. This is maybe like 12:30, 1 o'clock. Picked up 2 girls, and we were heading north towards like Uptown and Rogers Park. And picked up the 3rd girl, and we're just stuck in traffic. It's just horrible traffic. And this was on Lincoln Avenue. Yeah. Dropped off the first girl, and dropped off the 3rd girl first, and the 2nd girl was this blonde lady, and she's just like, what am I gonna do? I got a hair appointment. in 10 minutes. And we were like 30 minutes away because of the traffic. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, I need to make this hair appointment, right? Which, ladies, feel free to comment if that's really that big of a fucking deal. I mean, whatever. That seems like some really petty shit, but that's, I'm a guy, so I don't get it. So every time we got to a stoplight, she would give out a groan. She'd be like, I'm running late. And I remember thinking to myself, like, you shouldn't have picked the pool. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I mean, I really don't know what these passengers expect us to do. Like, do you think traffic's gonna magically, like, benefit you when you're trying to save, when you agree to a longer trip to save $5? Yeah, no. So that happened. That's pretty funny. When I got to her destination, she bolted out of the car. She slammed the door, just ran. She ran like she was being shot at. I have one story from last night. I know I told you guys don't take pools, but I was in the Rogers Park area at like 1 a.m. and I got a pool request that was like a block and a half away. And I was like, you know what? There's not a ton of demand in this part of the city at this time. I'm just gonna take it because I was only maybe 6 trips away from my bonus at that point. So I was like, even if it's a quick trip, I'll snag my bonus, or I'll just be 1 trip closer to my bonus and not have to worry about driving Sunday. And by the way, this morning I had the app on from 4:10 to 5:20 before I did a trip. I had the app on and didn't get any pings. Like, what a nightmare. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Usually Sunday mornings are pretty busy, so I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so back to the pool and Rogers Park request. It was like a block and a half away after, it was a stacked request. So the girls only, as I was dropping off the one passenger, I noticed it was really close. It was a bar. I was pinged at a bar. I go over there, I park the car right next to the bar, and I see people walking out, I saw like 5 or 6 people leaving the bar. None of them got into my car. So I even gave this person like an extra minute. And then I said, all right, fuck it. I got the cancellation fee and I drove away. So I checked the address in the app for the cancellation fee. And no joke, guys, it was like a mile. This person which is why I hate pools. This person picked a pool ride to go a mile, and Uber was shafting them because the UberX was like $6.36 and the Uber pool was $5.58 or something. And I guess with the whatever that fee is, that $1.20 fee, I don't know, but the per minute per mile, it would have been like 5 minutes and 1 mile, so they should have been charging them like $4.60 for UberX. So they were trying to rip that person off. So anyway, I just thought it was comical that person, because they weren't ready to go and they picked a pool, they ended up paying slightly less in a cancellation fee than what they would have been charged for the whole trip, which I just think it's hilarious. I don't know about you guys, I think it's funny as fuck. So to that passenger, that's for you. Here's a funny story that I've got a couple of funny stories that make me laugh, but this one's pretty funny. It's a pool ride too. This was 3 a.m. on a Friday night, Saturday morning. I just dropped someone off, kind of like by like the was that the Regency by Upper Wacker up there. I forget the name of the street right now. And I got a pool request that was on Michigan Avenue from a hotel. and I go back to the hotel to go get this request. I get there, and I'm not waiting long. I'm just playing on my phone. I look over, and I see a girl walking in the car, and the first thing that pops in my head is, that's a hooker. That's a prostitute, right? And I know you shouldn't judge people based on their appearance. I know that. But I've been to enough bachelor parties to spot what those stripper hotline girls look like. Yeah, I'm not too proud to admit it. I've been to a few of those bachelor parties, and it's always the same line. You think you're getting like these hot strippers, and then you get these super busted strippers. You're just like, where they're hotter with their clothes on, you know. So yeah, I've been to enough of those bachelor parties, and this girl was she was a black chick. She was wearing purple sweats, and like a purple hoodie that didn't cover up her stomach, and she was rocking these awful tattoos, just awful, some of the worst tattoos I've ever seen. She gets in the car. She says hi. I say, what's up? It's 3 a.m, mind you, so I'm getting a little tired at this point. And then the girl that made the request gets in the car. She gets in the car, and first thing she says is, hey, you're cute. You want to party later, right? And this didn't really register in my brain yet what that meant. I just thought, because this has happened many times, where a passenger has been like, hey, do you want to come drink with us later, or meet up with us later and hang out? And it's like, and most of the time it doesn't seem malicious or illegal. It's just like, you've got some people that like to hang out and have a good time, and you made a good impression, so they're like, hey, this guy's cool, why not come drink with? And I've always turned them down. I did go out with I did get a drink with a passenger one time, but that was pretty much when I first started driving. Now I'm all about my money, so yeah. So the hooker got in the car, and I was like 92% sure they were hookers. Just I got that feeling, you know what I'm saying? So she says, hey, you feel like partying later? And I was like, no, thank you. I'm just trying to make money tonight. And I'm like, okay. So they were taking a 3-minute ride to the hotel on Randolph, overlooking Millennium Park. And this video's getting long. Sorry, guys. And so as I'm driving them to the hotel, the girl that requested the ride was like, how long was it going to be? And I was like 2 or 3 minutes. She asked this 5 times in a 3-minute Uber. Uber pool, mind you. And I was like, we're going to be there very soon. As we're driving past, they're talking about each of the hotels they visited that night. Like, hey, that was the one with what's his name? That guy was cool. Hopefully he calls us again. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, I'm 95% sure these are hookers at this point, right? Yeah, like 95%. So I get them to the destination, and this is like 3:07 in the morning, right? And I'm pulling up to the front of the hotel, and I stop the car, and the girl that in the back seat right behind me is like, okay, thank you. And then I hear this whispering, right? And then the girl in the back seat was like, could you take us to like Michigan Avenue, please? Right? And I started playing dumb, because there was one car parked on Randolph at 3:07 in the morning, and it was a cop car right in front of the hotel they were trying to go into. And I started playing dumb. I'm like, but why? This is your address. Why would you want to get out of the car? Why would you want to go somewhere else? She's like, yeah, I know, but could you, like, please, like right now? And I was like, but this is your address, right? I'm fucking with him. And I'm like, but please. And I'm thinking to myself, she's whispering. She's not being forceful or aggressive. And I'm thinking to myself, like, this cop who's 5 feet away is not RoboCop. He can't hear you whispering, you know? And at this point, I'm 100% sure these are hookers. And yeah, so I take on Michigan Avenue. She's like, oh, could you like go further down Michigan Avenue? I was like, okay. And I got him to Lake, and I made a right turn. Like, could you take us somewhere else? I'll pay you cash. I was like, no, get out of the car, please. I'm like, I told him I'm gonna take one more trip and go home. So and I think I did. So, so that's that funny story. Maybe it's not as funny as I told it, but I thought it was funny. I had an idea yesterday when I started driving at like 6:10, and the whole city was surging like crazy. I couldn't believe it, and it was surging like that for 2 hours. So I had an idea because I emailed one of my frequent emailers, and I asked him like what's going on, because I assumed he was driving, and he was. And that gave me an idea. I think it might be a good idea. I want to get your feedback on this to my subscribers and viewers. I'm thinking about maybe like we should have like a group chat, maybe, like me and my subscribers, and we could all just kind of like give each other info on what's going on in the market at that exact moment. Like if anyone is driving at 3:30 and in the morning and they say, hey, it's surging like crazy right now, this is gonna be a good morning. Or if it's super slow, be like, hey, it's super slow, how's everyone else doing out there? Or we could just give each other feedback while, I mean, we could help each other out essentially. And I'm thinking about doing something like that. I just don't know much about these apps, these group chat apps, you know. So if anyone has any ideas or any apps I think that might be beneficial, let me know. I'd really like to set something like that up, because mostly this is all Chicago drivers. I think there might be some subscribers who are outside the market, but this is mostly Chicago. And I think we can, you know, have a little bit of teamwork out there. So let me know what you guys think. Comment any ideas. Other than that, that's all I got for today. Hopefully next week is way busier than this past week, because this week sucked. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share. Stay safe out there, guys. I'll be stuck in traffic for another hour and a half, so bye.